Ivan's roommate said that only Sean's actually was going on.
What in the... Is this guy crazy? Are you kidding me? Like, how many times we had to arrest this dude? Like, go to an insane asylum. Like, what are we doing here? Police! Help! Police! What's good, you guys? My name is ReboundLeader. Welcome back with another video. Okay, we're gonna be reacting to when a seemingly nice neighbor turned psychotic. Looks like this neighbor burnt down the car or something. Like, bro, this man completely destroyed it. Holy, my goodness, bro. You gotta watch out for these neighbors. It says in the Bible, love thy neighbor as yourself. Yeah, so it says in 1 John 4:20-21, if a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? This commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also. And then Leviticus 19:18 says, do not take revenge or bear a grudge against members of your community, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. What is this title right here? When you seemingly nice neighbor turn psychotic. Bro, they bared some type of crazy grudge to, and God specifically said, do not bear any grudges against your community. Love your neighbors as you love God. You know, say Mark 12:31 says, the second is love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other command greater than these. You know what I'm saying? So this is just something for y'all to think about as we listen to these stories. You feel me?
This story follows Ivan, a man who lives in the neighborhood of the Arts in a small western New York City. Over the past 10 years, he's moved around a decent amount, from his hometown where he currently resides to Orlando,
New York equals Sodomite Central.
Florida to another city in western New York, and then finally back to his hometown.
Let's be honest.
He had lived in a couple different apartments since moving back to his hometown. None of them anything special, until he finally found what seemed to be the perfect apartment in the attic of an old mansion that was converted into apartments.
An attic?
Downtown in the neighborhood of the Arts. An ideal place to live for young, artistic, creative individuals. Ivan moved in with one of his childhood best friends since it was a 3-bedroom and he would need roommates in order to maintain the rent for the place. The first year living there was uneventful, which was ideal for Ivan. As far as neighbors, there were 2 men who were likely a couple that always got into fights so loud that everyone in the building could hear. And on one occasion, one of them locked the other out of their apartment naked, and given that the mansion was across the street from a school, cops were called. But as long as they didn't involve Ivan or his roommates, they would try to stay out of any of the drama. After about a year of living there, a young couple, a guy and a girl in their late 20s to early 30s, moved into apartment 2, and they seemed friendly at first. They always said hi when passing in the hall or anytime Ivan would be hanging out on the front porch. They were pretty decent neighbors for the first year to year and a half that they lived there. One day, Ivan came home from work and noticed that someone had put some furniture on the front porch. Ivan immediately assumed it was the couple in apartment 2 since they had an entrance to their apartment right on the porch. As he was getting ready to head into the building, the guy living in apartment 2 came out and introduced himself as John and told Ivan that he wanted to build a community within the apartment building. Ivan, being a people person and caring about his community, was initially all for this idea.
Bro, this sounds sus as heck, bro. You're building a community in your apartment? This sounds like a cult. It sounds like a cult. If it's not about Jesus, I don't want to hear it. If it's not talking about the word of God, I do not care. Nah, I'll just play. Nah, but seriously though, we need to bring up the gospel at least. You know what I'm saying?
For the next few days, Ivan would come down after he got home from work and hang out on the porch since it was springtime and he wanted to enjoy the nice weather. He would sit on the couch on the porch and either read a book or work on his computer. And for the time being, it seemed nice that the community porch was set up. A few days after he met John, Ivan found him and another one of his neighbors talking on the porch about something that happened. Someone had stolen another neighbor's motorcycle from the driveway.
Oh, wow.
Everybody ended up having a small tenant meeting where they waited for the cops to show up and tried to make the one neighbor whose motorcycle had been stolen feel better.
Why would it be in the driveway?
The cops showed up. Ivan went up to his apartment and let the police do their jobs.
I don't know.
The next day, when Ivan got out of work, he walked into his apartment and his roommate asked him about John, mentioning that he left gifts for every apartment.
What?
Everyone got something different. Ivan and his roommate's gift was a shoebox filled with comics, books, toys, and chocolates.
Cool.
The roommates agreed the gifts seemed odd, but at the time...
Yeah, I don't know about this John dude, bro. This man seems like he's trying to butter up the community. He's trying to build the cult. He's trying to, you know, trying to bring forth, you feel me? I'm not accepting these presents, these gifts.
Donations, gifts, gifts.
Bro, give me a CSB Bible, bro.
Ivan's odd gesture could
Give me a
still just be
KJV
seen as
Bible.
friendly. But then Ivan's roommate told him something that started to make him uncomfortable about John. His name wasn't John.
Oh my God.
Sean.
Wow.
Ivan considered the fact
Liar.
that maybe he misheard his name since they can sound similar.
Psychotic.
He remembered that the guy even spelled out his name for Ivan as John when they first talked.
That's crazy.
Later on that same night, Ivan's other roommate, who had moved in at the end of the previous year, came home after seeing his daughters and told Ivan that Sean was outside asking for him. He told him that when he was walking up to the building, Sean had come out from the shadows of the side of the building, wearing only a pair of shorts.
Oh, that's weird.
He asked Ivan's roommate to have him come down and help him get something
Half
out of his
naked.
trunk.
I just took that in.
After everything that was stacking up, Ivan knew there was no way he was going down there to help him. Something felt wrong to him, rightfully so. Ivan woke up the next morning to go to work, and on his way out of the building, he stopped on his porch, and in the middle of his front yard was what Ivan described as a hobo garden. Sean had set up a bunch of garbage around a half-empty refrigerator that had the door ripped off. There was broken glass everywhere, and there was a patch of dirt dug up in front of it, as you can see in this picture taken by Ivan.
Oh.
Not only was this
This is real. Oh, wow. Obviously it's real, but I didn't know this was like the actual pictures. That's crazy.
To do. Ivan immediately called his landlord and told him that he was not okay with that and that Sean was starting to weird everyone out. They told him they would address it, and so Ivan left it at that and went to work. When he got home from work, some of the garbage had been moved to the side of the road, but no one was around. Ivan decided that it would be better to just go up to his apartment and not get involved anymore.
Yeah,
since he was starting to feel like something wasn't right.
Bro, be prepared.
Ivan was only in his apartment for about 5 minutes at most before he started hearing yelling coming from outside the bedroom window.
Oh.
Not directed towards him, just loud yelling coming from outside. When he looked outside his window, he saw Sean throwing the garbage from the yard into the street.
What?
He was freaking out, apparently yelling to himself. Then another one of Ivan's neighbors...
Yeah, so this guy named Sean that used to be John, he lied to us. Basically, now he's having a psychotic breakdown. He's having a mental psychotic breakdown. Someone call the police, please, man. I don't want this. We don't want this guy no more in these apartments, man.
Ran up to him and tried to calm him down. One of Ivan's roommates returns home at this time, and he decided to try to help calm him down as well.
Why?
After a few minutes, things went silent other than the sounds of cars driving down the street. Ivan's roommate then came inside and started telling him about Sean's freakout outside. Sean had been yelling that he doesn't think he did anything wrong.
What?
By this point, it was clear that Sean was an unhinged individual, and so Ivan told his roommate to try not to interact with him if possible. Things seemed to be getting worse and worse.
Okay.
It was only a few hours later that Ivan started to hear more yelling and even started feeling the building walls shake a little bit. Someone was arguing with someone, and things were clearly getting physical, evident by all the noise and shaking.
Oh, man.
Ivan contemplated calling the police, but decided to text his neighbor Mark first, since he lived on the same floor as Sean. Mark didn't text back right away, not until after things seemed to calm down.
This is New York? This is New York? This is New York. This is New York. Okay. We even in the hood. Like, come on, bro.
Told Ivan that Sean got into a huge fight with his girlfriend, and Mark once again had tried to calm him down.
Come on.
And in response, Sean tried to fight Mark. Mark called the cops on him, and Sean ended up being taken to the station by the police. Things didn't end there, though. In fact, things only got worse. That Friday night, Ivan stayed at his girlfriend's apartment after the couple had a date night. When he woke up that morning at her place, Ivan had a slew of messages and missed phone calls. When he opened up the first message from his roommate, the first thing he saw was a picture of fire trucks outside of their apartment building.
Oh!
Apparently Sean had burnt down his apartment. Ivan's roommate said that only Sean's apartment was burnt up, but Ivan still rushed home after hearing that so he could figure out what exactly was going on.
What in the... Is this guy crazy?
When he got there, Mark and Ivan's roommate were standing on the porch. Sean claimed that something went wrong with his stove, and that was it.
Oh my gosh!
But when the firefighters checked the building, they found that the
Holy.
vents around the outside of the house looked like they had been stuffed with towels and clothes, as if you were trying to keep the fumes from escaping. The cops were called, and Sean was taken away once again. But still, that wasn't the end of it.
Are you kidding me? Like, how many times do we had to arrest this dude? Like, go to an insane asylum. Like, what are we doing here?
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help!
Prison's not
Sean
enough.
officially got evicted that week.
That's
and that
crazy.
following Monday, Mark had gotten word that Sean had been released from holding.
That's stupid.
All the tenants were a little nervous to hear that. That Tuesday night, someone had showed up to the building and busted a bunch of the windows around the apartment.
It's Sean!
Very clearly tried gaining access to apartment 2.
It's Sean!
That someone was obviously Sean.
Obviously.
There were also drawings, swastikas, and writings left on the back door.
And what are these police officers gonna do now? They're gonna arrest him and then they're gonna let him go again? Bro, like, our safety is at risk here, and you're just arresting him and not even, like, come on, bro. This is not it. Police! System is trash.
Saying pig, land is free, kill, and Roy.
Wow.
Mark had enough
New
and
York.
filed for a
New York.
restraining order against Sean.
Actually.
Unfortunately, that only aggravated Sean more. Over the night on Wednesday, Sean would make another attack. Ivan woke up once again to a slew of texts. Mark and Ivan's roommate had apparently tried to wake Ivan up overnight, but he was in too deep of a sleep to hear them. Ivan opened up Mark's text since he saw he sent him the most messages, and there were a bunch of pictures attached. The pictures were all of Mark's car.
Wow!
On the ground, completely destroyed. Sean was erratic and dangerous, and now all the tenants were living in fear of what he would do next.
That's crazy.
The next night, all the tenants in the building had a meeting on the front porch. Mark filled everybody in on all the information that he gathered on Sean.
This is New York, by the way.
Apparently, Mark had been in contact with Sean's mother, who was trying to smooth things over by being transparent with Mark.
What?
He found out that Sean was planning on skipping town. Mark also managed to get footage of Sean walking over to Mark's car overnight and then walking away. There was a case here, but that didn't make anyone feel better about anything. As all the neighbors talked, everyone shared everything that they could.
Bro, he looks like some scrawny... He looks like some scrawny white dude. How is this guy doing all this? And y'all haven't... Do you know what's so funny? As I say this, I just thought of it right in my head, bro. Do not take revenge or bear a grudge against members of your community. But love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. You see, stuff like this makes it so tough for you to just forgive. You forgive someone, bro. It's crazy. Like, if someone did this to me, I don't know how I would feel. I don't know if I would yell. I don't know if I would get that angry. I don't know if I would be very silent, but like disappointed and like, you know, trying to be patient. I don't know. Don't hold a grudge. Oh, man.
There was a case here, but that didn't make anyone feel better about anything. As all the neighbors talked, everyone shared everything that they could. The woman in apartment 3 told everyone that one night, she walked by her window only to see Sean out there, standing on the side of the building, using a bag of water that he filled with holes and just staring at her while doing so.
What the heck?
The woman in apartment 4 had been receiving stalker-esque notes and poems in her mail.
Bro, arrest
Everybody
this
in
dude!
the building was being terrorized by this guy. The last bit of information given to Mark by Sean's mom was quite disturbing. Sean's mom said that he had been following Ivan, his roommates, Mark, and the woman in apartment 4. Not only that, but Sean had followed Ivan to his girlfriend's house.
Wow!
And watched them through her windows. Ivan knew the man was dangerous and was now stalking him and potentially his girlfriend. For the next week,
boy,
Ivan wasn't standing guard on his front porch.
Bro, you out here trying to get a hold of my girlfriend as well? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, nah, like that's when I draw the line. But like, bro, you got me all the way clucked up. You got me all the way messed up. Bro, arrest this man.
Help! Help! Police!
Arrest him. And stop and let him stay there for a good 2, 3, 4 months. Maybe even more. Send him off somewhere else. Clearly has a mental illness, and these people still don't want to take it seriously. This is what I'm talking about. Crime system, this system that we have going on with these police officers are garbage. It's trash. And this is New York. Oh, bro, New York is already an L, bro. It's sodomite city. Come on, bro.
Thankfully, a few days later, the tenants finally got news that Sean had been arrested.
Oh, wow. Again.
Shortly after that, Mark and half of the other tenants moved out of that building since they had had enough.
Yeah.
Ivan and his roommates have stayed living in the building to this day and haven't had any issues since.
That's crazy.
But hopefully for their sakes, Sean won't be getting out of jail anytime soon.
Hopefully. Hopefully, yeah. You better pray to God that you are safe and sound when you're sleeping, cause Sean can literally just break through and just body all of y'all with a gun. Like he could, like bro. You know how accessible it is for y'all to have guns in America? It's crazy. It's actually disturbing. It's disgusting. This man Sean can literally go into your place and just break through all the windows, break through the doors, and just shoot all you guys. Easily. Bro, I would be moving out immediately. I'm not taking any chances. Especially in New York. You got me all the way. Police! Catch you guys later. What do you guys think about this story, man? What would y'all do in this situation? This was very, very, like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they're still living there till this day. I'll leave the verses to what I've just been talking about in the beginning of the video. I'll leave those verses in the description down below. Go check on those. Go read on those. And always remember, man, not to hold a grudge. Even in situations like this, it is hard. I understand. But we gotta forgive. We gotta forgive. We gotta not hold grudges. We gotta let go. We gotta move on. But obviously make the necessary changes. You know what I'm saying? Move out of there. Don't involve yourself in this nonsense. But like, you know, if you can't forgive, then how you expect God to forgive you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about it like that. Your last breath, and you face God, right? And God doesn't forgive you for what you did, or you didn't forgive that person, or this person, or your mom. How you expect God to forgive you? He's already forgiven you. He's being patient with you, and you can't go out of your way to forgive someone else. Like, look at all the sinful, nasty stuff that you did in your life. Now think about how God sees that. Do you expect him to forgive you? No, but he does it anyways, because that's what he does. He's a forgivable, patient person, loving person. He's not even a person, but like, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Love y'all. Peace.
You win. Perfect.